Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I myself am a big fan of Power Rangers, so today I have my top 10 Power Ranger teams. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please like and subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. I grew up in the early 2000s watching VHS tapes of Power Rangers, and I was a really big fan. I saw a lot of Mighty Morphin on the old VHS tapes. And then I did miss a couple of seasons here and there, but then I did catch other seasons on TV like Lost Galaxy and Lightspeed Rescue, Wild Force, Ninja Storm, and so on. I freaking loved Power Rangers. I had toys, I had Christmas ornaments, I even played the Super Nintendo video game and really sucked at it. But I've seen my fair share of Power Rangers stuff, and I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite teams. At number 10 is Power Rangers Turbo. As a kid, I saw this Power Rangers Turbo movie. However, I didn't know this was a TV series afterwards. And I did recently just try to watch the Turbo movie, and I really couldn't do it. The Justin kid was super annoying, that weird wizard thing. It was just too much. I know Power Rangers is campy, but that one was a bit much. At number 9 is Power Rangers Zeo. So I do not recall ever even seeing any Power Rangers Zeo, but I know I had Power Ranger Zeo figures that I would play with all the time, and I loved them as a kid. And I know a lot of the main cast from Mighty Morphin continued on to this series. Like some were recast for the second season of Mighty Morphin, some were changed for the movie and other stuff. But it's more or less the same people. At number 8 is Power Rangers Time Force. Now I know I saw a little bit of this one as a kid, and I also had toys for this one, so it's a little sentimental for me as well. And I think they had some of the cooler Power Ranger suits, just in my opinion. I'm actually planning on rewatching several of these Power Ranger series in time. Right now I'm working on Lost Galaxy, but this one's on my list. Maybe it'll change in time, who knows. At number 7 is Power Rangers Wild Force. Now this one I really do remember watching almost every time it was on. I loved this series. I thought they had some of the cooler costumes. I had action figures for everyone on the team. I thought the character of Merrick was super awesome. I thought Cole was the coolest. The villain of the series, Zanaka, was still one of my favorite Power Ranger villains and one of the best I think ever. At number 6 is Power Rangers Dino Fury. I really loved the costumes on this one. I think these are some of the cooler costumes Power Rangers has ever had. I again had action figures for this one. I watched the series religiously. I think there was even Mega Blocks for this series, and I had all of those. Not to mention we get the return of Tommy Oliver, which alone is just really cool. This is definitely one of my favorite Power Ranger series. I am looking forward to rewatching this one. At number 5 is Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Again, I think these costumes are pretty cool. Most Power Ranger costumes are a little dorky. If you were actually a superhero or something running around in these, I think you'd feel a little embarrassed. But not these costumes. I really loved this series. Dustin is awesome. Blake and Bradley, pretty cool. Cameron's awesome. I think the ninja element is really cool. The costumes are awesome. It's just a great series. At number 5 is Power Rangers Samurai. Now I know this one's a little controversial. I believe Samurai is disliked in the Power Rangers community. However, this came out at a time where I had stopped really watching Power Rangers. But I saw this advertised and I'm like, this could be pretty cool. And then I started watching it. I got really into it. I loved it. The Megazords are cool. Unlocking all the powers and the spin swords. It's a great series. I really love the character of Jaden too. I was kind of upset he was replaced by Lauren, but whatever. So I know it's a hated series, but it is by far one of my favorites. At number 3 is Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. This is another series I really watched almost every episode as a kid. I looked forward to it. I thought the premise was really cool. You got people on the team like a firefighter, a nurse, a dolphin trainer. It was just pretty awesome. And who doesn't love Ryan Mitchell, the Titanium Ranger? I think these suits are some of the dorkiest ones we get in Power Rangers though. But the series overall is awesome, and the theme song is incredible. At number 2 is Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. I know this one's another kind of controversial one in the Power Rangers community. Most people hate on the costumes for being sweater vests and looking like Charlie Brown. And that's fair, I would say. But I still think these are some of the most vibrant costumes. I know it's just the standard colors they use on most Power Rangers series, but I really loved the look of these Rangers. I know for a fact, as a kid, I had these Power Ranger Lost Galaxy figures, and they were some of my most played with toys ever. To this day, Leo Corbett is still one of my favorite Power Rangers, if not my absolute favorite. I think he really gets to shine in the two-part pilot, Quasar Sabers, but Danny Slavin is just great in the role. And I think that's a weird thing to say, given that Power Rangers has never really been known for phenomenal acting, but Danny Slavin is just great. The last few weeks I've been rewatching the series, and one thing that's really sticking out is the Magnet Defender. He has a son, I forget his name, but he dies, and to be honest, I actually shed a tear at Power Rangers. It was pretty wild, but it was a pretty good story. I really liked it. I've also come to really love Kendricks, and I'm not looking forward to her leaving the show. For those who don't know, behind the scenes, the actress had leukemia and left for some time. But it did work out in the end, and she's okay now. Before we get to number one, I have an honorable mention, which is S.P.D. Now, this series isn't bad or anything, it's just not one of my favorites. Overall, it's a little goofier. This Anubis dog character is just the most ridiculous thing ever. It's so stupid. I also play a lot of the online game, Power Rangers Legacy Wars, and anyone who has played it knows that Sam is ridiculously overpowered in the game. It's not even fair. It's just a joke, and I hate fighting him every single time. And then finally, at number one, we get the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Obviously, this is number one. It's the one that started off everything. We couldn't have Power Rangers today without this series. It's just amazing. As a kid, I watched those VHS tapes. I loved the Power Rangers movie. I thought the costumes were super cool. I even didn't mind the recasts. As a kid, Billy was my absolute favorite. I wanted to be just like him. And let's be honest, who didn't have a crush on Kimberly? But now, even as an adult, Jason Lee Scott is one of my favorite Power Rangers, if not my second favorite. And recently, we just had the death of Jason David Frank, and I myself did shed a tear. These guys are a big part of my childhood. It really stunk. And now, we just got the Power Rangers Once and Always, and that was really cool to see him back. Obviously goofy, but Power Rangers has always been goofy. But still really cool to see him. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is the best. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. Go comment your favorite Ranger down in the comments. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the support, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.